This is the brand new mega truck from Losi, and it's based off of the LMT monster truck design, except it's been updated a little bit to be more powerful and more capable, and it features that officially licensed King Sling body on there. We haven't opened this thing up, so let's crack open the box, check it out, and then we'll go outside and drive it. Here it is, the mega truck. So this thing is 10 scale, it's brushless, and it's 4S capable. Losi says it's a 10 scale truck with an 8S spec drivetrain to handle all that power. Now this is a mega truck, which is like a monster truck, except they put these tractor spec tires on there to make it more capable for mud bogging and other type of terrain. And these tires are super cool. Wow, that is some heavy diff fluid. Now for the looks, it looks really rad. I mean, the body is really clean. We just have the decals to give it that officially licensed King Sling replica body. And it just looks brilliant. We've got some chrome exhaust tips, chrome wheels on here, and then just the decals that would be needed for the body. And there's no body mounts up top. Now, one thing that's cool is they put this is a Lexan plate on this vertical chassis plate down here. And the Lexan plate has all these decals on it. And I imagine you could swap out these Lexan plates, you could paint them, put your own decals, but there are no signs of any decals that say Losi or Spectrum or anything like that. It's really true to how the truck would be. So let's see if we can get the body off. There are 2 body clips on the side that pull, and then there's 2 more all the way in the back right there. Now, one of the new updates for the truck, besides it being 4S capable, is it now has a hinged body design. So it just rotates up like that. And the body inside has this whole cage interior with the Lexan interior piece with the driver, and he's got some decals on him. Now these are the twin vertical plates, and they've been powder coated in this green color here to match the body, of course. A battery tray is right up top, and it uses this rubber flap to secure the battery in, and there's other little rubber flaps included. Now right in front of that's our receiver box, then our 4S capable ESC that's got an IC5, which is also compatible with EC5 connectors. And there's no battery included with this thing, although there are AA's included for the DX3 transmitter that comes with the truck. So it's kind of cool. There is a center diff in here, and it sits right above this flat skid plate, and then that transfers up to our motor, which is a little bit smaller KV than the motor that came with the LMT. Now, I'm not that familiar with the LMT. We never made a video or a review on it, so this is kind of an all-new experience for me. But the wheelbase on this truck is a little bit longer than the LMT. Now, if we flip it over, this thing has a 4-link suspension. These look like they are aluminum links, and they have 2 lower and 2 upper links, and these big old beefy drive shafts, which are like a plastic center with metal connectors on the end. These are solid axles. They have differentials inside, and it's pretty heavy fluid. I believe there's 100,000 in the front, 100,000 in the rear, 500,000 in the center. But it's all pretty big and beefy. All the connection points are double shear points, as well as with the shocks. And the shocks also now have updated shock shafts to go along with this full aluminum body design. They're aluminum bodies, aluminum threader nut, and the cap on the top is also an aluminum cap, and there's a bleeder screw for easy oil changes. Now, something that's really cool is the shock perch at the bottom can't come off like on some other designs. It's fixed on there, and then these mud guards screw onto that spring perch, which is really cool. The front and rear are also equipped with sway bars, and they have these fixed aluminum pieces. It's aluminum post that goes through the center. Quite a bit of little aluminum bits and pieces on here. Now, the suspension feels really good. It's really plush, but it doesn't want to rock side to side so much because of those sway bars, so that should really help out with torque twisting under all that power. Now, the servo is right on the front axle, and it is a Spectrum S614S, and it has a servo saver built onto it, and it's adjustable. The steering links are plastic. Those are the only plastic links that I can see on the truck. Oh, I just noticed there's a decal over the front with some trim, and it's got a little bit of a blur to it, so you can't see inside crystal clear like with the side windows. And then on the back cage, these are Lexan pieces back here. They're just clear. Now for the tires, they say right on them, they're D&D patties, and these are officially licensed tires. And to get these wheels off, we need to remove the 5 or 6 screws to get this center hub off. So this is just a little chrome cap. I believe you're gonna need an 8mm nut wrench to get that off. Oh. Okay, that nut is on there really tight. So these are the ProTech shock shaft pliers. These are really handy in these situations to get a little bit more leverage. and it slides right off. Look at these tires. They are gorgeous. Now these tires are glued to the wheel. On the back of the tire, they say 2.0 to 2.6. Now the hex is just screwed on there with this plastic hub with 6 screws on the front of the wheel, and perhaps there will be aftermarket hubs available in maybe different thicknesses to widen the stance, or maybe even just aluminum. Now this is an aluminum hex on the axle at 17 mils, but you can see on the back of the axle there's little stops from preventing the steering throat from going too far, and it's just all really robust. It's pretty big and bulky, and there are universal drive shafts there for the steering. Cool, really awesome truck, and it looks super aggressive in person, every bit as you'd imagine it to be. Pretty nice. That's only a 3-cell battery. We better go outside. Wait, I just realized this battery box has a foam pad here that if you remove, it'll fit shorty-sized batteries lower in this battery box for a better center of gravity. And ProTech has this big old chunky 4S shorty that just fits perfectly in there. And we'll just need to add our own battery lead. We're gonna definitely use this.
Here he goes. Holy smoke. That was faster than I expected. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh no, first tumble. Okay. Oh, it hurts. Once that thing hits the pipe, you give it some gas, man, it just rotates easy. Ready? I noticed the truck had a little rattle to it. Well, there's some rocks and debris that got stuck in this wing, kind of a 2-piece unit. So we just let them out. Oh, son of a gun. So we've got 2 cement barriers we use with the crawlers, and we put them on the outside of 2 Kyosho phasers so we can crush them.
Well, we definitely learned some things over the last couple of days about the King Sling. For one, it's really fun to say King Sling.
King Sling!
2, the truck way over delivers in the dirt. It not only looks awesome, but it drives really awesome too, kind of like how you think a monster truck should. It has a massive amounts of power. At least on 4S, we didn't try 2 or 3S, so I can't speak about that. But it'll pop wheelies at speed, it backflips and rotates off of things so easy, it's maybe even a little easier than an Arrma Outcast. The worst thing you could say about it is that it will traction roll on you pretty easy. There is a lot of steering and it will turn on a dime. It's got a bit of oversteer, and that's probably great for competition, but if you're going fast out there, expect it to roll on its lid. Other than that, the wing collected some rocks in the back, which we showed, and then it looks like our front right shock blew out, or it's leaking some oil. But that's the only shock that has any signs of that happening to it, and it probably happened when we were doing some backflips out there. Overall, the King Sling is freaking awesome, guys. It's an incredible truck, and if you're wondering, No Kyosho phasers were harmed in the making of this video. They just got a little dirty. Guys, go check out the King Sling with our links down below, and especially that big old 4S battery. It's solid. What was that? That was stupid. And if you want more RC videos, check these out.
King Sling in the house! King Sling!